A little while. Yeah, it's been a little while.
It's been a minute, but hey, we've been busy. It's been summer, but it's time to get talking about shooting again and, get everything going. It's
You're a full-on farmer now or something, rancher or something.
I've always had that. I just, trying to add time to my schedule that I don't already have time for is almost impossible. But it is what it is. Between baseball, like this week I've got baseball practice
Add
tomorrow,
add
Thursday,
time.
and then I've got a baseball tournament Friday, Saturday, and it just compounds all the freaking time with kids and everything else. So it's hard. You know how that goes. You frozen?
It's super choppy.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is it you or me?
my connection is good.
Hmm.
I don't
Hmm.
know, or it might be because it's going through live too.
It could be just on the other side. But what matches have you been shooting lately? You shot South Dakota with that.
Oh, I did shoot South. I went shot South Dakota. Had wonky stuff going on. I could not figure it out. I just like every couple rounds would just for some reason go high. No idea. Couldn't keep track of it. Center punch high. So I haven't figured that out. Um, so and then I went and did. I was just in Arkansas the last week. So I've been home for a few days.
So you haven't been able to recreate what was going on. What gun were you shooting? No, now he's gone.
All right, and we're back. All right, cool. But
Look at you go.
I think the live may be a little laggy.
It always is. So yeah, the live's
Uh,
always just a little bit behind, but it's fine. You
anyway,
know,
where we left off. Yeah.
yeah.
So
You looking at shit on your computer you shouldn't have, and it put a virus on it. We know damn well that's what happened.
Volkswagen car parts, apparently.
Oh, ooh, yeah, that would definitely be it.
Then all the weird ads I get. Awesome.
Yeah. All right.
Anyway,
You're shooting matches. Let's get back to that.
yeah. So let's see. Uh, 2 days I've done. I was in South Dakota for the Target Hanging Solutions and shooting 6 GT suppressed, and it was super good time. Hung out with some people. Mr. Dustin Coleman traveled the entire way with him. Flew into Rapid, and he let me stay at his house, and everything was awesome. And spent some quality time with Mr. Coleman, which is always amazing. Just had a super good time. Shot. Had a kid from France, Tom Mogel. Um, he's a junior shooter from France, shoots MDT stuff. Super solid shooter. Got to spend the entire weekend with him, and it was cool. But man, I'm chasing some demon in that setup that I don't understand, of just center punch, and then 2 to 4 tenths high, just chucking one, and I don't know why. So, reevaluating scope, bullets, barrel, everything, going through one by one and trying to line it out. So, got a fresh GT barrel spun up and right out of the box by yours truly, um, the Straight Jacket Armory, and
Mhm.
right out of the box, old match loads. Man, it just hammered like the first 10 rounds out of it were ridiculous. Um, just old match loads, 110A tips, hammered. And so, um, yep, swapping
But
scopes, moving stuff around just to rule it out. And I don't have an explanation.
that's weird. Was it a suppressed? Were you shooting suppressed?
I was T-back can, but it's never given me issues. And the mount and everything was solid. Believe me, I went through everything that weekend to try to figure it out. And man, it's kind of one of those weird things. So I'm going to start measuring stuff, which is never a fun time. See if I can't figure out the source of my issue. But
Yeah. There's
we
nothing
are,
worse
yep.
than that. The middle of a freaking match and shit just goes south. Your confidence is gone. It's just like, well, screw this. I guess we're here wasting a whole bunch of money, and at least we're hanging out with good people, right?
Yeah. And when you have been shooting for long enough, you understand, uh, like you understand like where shots go. So
Mhm.
I'm very confident in seeing like if I see or if I shoot 200 rounds, I'm seeing 198 of those where they land. So um, and I know where I pull, I know where it should go, and when things don't line up and they don't add up, or when I'm center punch, all of a sudden I get an errant flyer or something. Um, I just I don't like. There's just something about it that really just irks me. And those are the ones I lose sleep over. So the ones I can't control for whatever. I'll dig into that, and figure it out. And then I was fortunate enough to go spend about a week, over in Arkansas in Little Rock,
Mhm.
and I see spinning wheel of death on your end.
I can hear you. I can see you. You're just blurry. Something's going on with your upload. But like I look very good on live. You don't look so good. You look like you're sick. So you got to talk to your internet supplier. So let me back you up 13 steps from where you were just going, right? And
Okay.
I know there's a lot of people that would listen and they would go, where would I even start to know what was going on with that setup? So let's hurry and let's break that back down a step real quick. Like, okay, you've got an issue. How are you going to go into addressing and tracking down what could be the problem? Like, how are you going to go back and like step by step figure out what happened? Like, what is Matt's step by step?
So rule number one, right? And I actually went over this with my unit when we went and qualled. Um, like a lot of people want to like fault the shooter first out. Like
Mhm,
it's a shooter's fault. It's just not like the rounds aren't going where they're supposed to because of the shooter. But I'm here to tell you that like that's not necessarily always the case, or even the majority of the time in the case. Like if you know what you're doing and and you're honest with yourself, like that bullet didn't go where I know it was supposed to go, then like just be real. So
mhm,
I always go to mechanical. Like I'm gonna look everything mechanical. So I'm gonna torque action screws, scope mounts, scope ring caps, go through all those things and make sure that everything's good. Is my scope tracking? Are the bullets, are they okay? Like had a shooter once that had like no neck tension, so the bullets are sliding back and forth in the neck. That's I mean, it's not really a mechanical problem, but it was an ammunition problem and it was movement of sorts. So yeah, that caused issues, accuracy issues. That rifle wouldn't shoot like consistently at all. So
mhm,
I'm gonna go check every single thing like that, and then go through the list, all the simple stuff, muzzle device, all the simple stuff first, and
mhm,
then if I can't track it down, and I don't clean during 2 day matches. I
mhm.
start with a clean rifle, and then I end, and then I clean after those 2 days religiously.
Right.
So my rifles never have more than 250 rounds on it until I clean it completely, like completely. Um, I'm talking there's not a speck of carbon left in that thing. So um, then I'm going to go and measure rounds, pull a few, and measure powder charges. Maybe the scales were somehow off or something. I'm going to weigh bullets. I'm going to start looking at the ammunition. Was everything in spec? And yeah, it was. I tried that ammo in a different rifle. Shoots really well. Okay, barrels. I'll swap barrels, swap scopes, and start seeing if there's a common thing in one of these things. But I'm only going to change one thing at a time. So that's my process until I get to that end spot. So I have tracked down years in past. I have tracked down scopes that weren't doing what they were supposed to. I did track down a scope mount that was broken. I did track down ammunition that wasn't right, or bullets that weren't to spec, or powder charges that were off. I have, by just doing the one thing at a time thing, and basically limiting that out, and then away we go. I found bedding that wasn't quite doing what it was supposed to, or an action screw that had backed out, muzzle devices that seemed like they were on there tight that weren't. So you can narrow that down pretty quick. But it's frustrating when you come to the end of the road and there's no answers. Super
Right.
frustrating.
Right. And I
And
think one of the big things is like we, there's been that topic of do you re-zero when you get to the range wherever you're going? And I think if you travel maybe a long ways, yes. But I think in a lot of terms that opens up a lot of questions in people's head. Oh, I'm 2 tenths low and I'm a tenth. Like you start getting in your head when you're not super comfortable with your rifle. And I think before, like, if you know you're going to go to a match, like the trip to the range right before you travel, you need to make sure a lot of that stuff is tight, like, and I doubt that over the course of even traveling in a case, unless you maybe fly on an airline or something, that anything's going to come super loose. But in my mind, thinking about what you've got, so if you've got 3 or 4 retaining at 0 and then flyers, I would say it's probably not. If your action was loose, you'd have a giant, or your
Yeah,
barrel
a
was
swing.
loose, like you'd have a giant issue. It sounds to me like you can narrow it down even from there, but like I guess as somebody going into it, to your point, like you've got to be super confident in your rig. And I think that's the word that we would use is, oh, I'm not the best. I know it's not me, but I'm confident that I can make these shots. So it's not me, but I like how you're kind of breaking that down. And we know there's, sometimes there's lots of bad bullets. There's lots of different things, but I think that narrows it down a lot more, knowing that it's not all over the place and it's like 1, 2, 3 off, 1, 2, 3 off. Like that kind of helps you narrow down what you're trying to target there, right?
Yeah, and then I went back after that match and zeroed that rifle, and just to make sure it wasn't a scope issue of like not holding zero or not tracking. That thing was so dead on, even after flying home. I didn't touch it, didn't clean it, took it directly to the range, shot the same ammo, and it was on. So, and then here's the other thing too, barrels. I do not take a barrel to a match, regardless of caliber, don't care, if it has over to 1,800 rounds. That barrel gets taken off, it gets put aside, because anything after 1,800 rounds is a gamble, especially when you have, say, a ballpark $1,000 for the weekend on the line. I'm not going to chance that. And some people look at me and go, "Well, you don't shoot them till they're done." Well, I'm not going to afford. I'm not going to put myself in that situation where I'm halfway through a day one or day two, whatever it is, halfway through a match, and that thing is just done. So I'm not going to do that. The insurance is just bringing something with good life to it and changing it out before you have that problem. Now, like the brakes in your car, do you change them? Hopefully not, when it's like metal and metal and you're to the to the cooling fins in the inside of the rotor. No, hopefully that you've changed them before then. When they still got a little bit of pad life and they're still serviceable, they still work. So it's like my same theory on that with barrels is I'm going to pull them before they technically need to be, so I don't get caught in that gray area where it's starting to go or it's just died.
Hmm.
So that barrel had 1,500 rounds on it. I mean, it was towards that number, but that would have put me at about 1,750, say, at the end of that match, and I would have technically been done. Maybe shot a local match or something with it. But here it sits, right? So, um, yeah, just a little bit of frustration, and I still haven't figured that one out.
Yeah,
So,
that's a hard one. I
yeah,
had that happen in the middle of a match we were in Colorado shooting an NRL match, and my scope, like it was one of the brand new B series USOs. I was one of the first ones trying it out, and it completely came apart in the middle of a match. And it's just like, well, what do? You got to make the best of what you're doing. And at that point, I knew what was wrong, and it's going into second day. I was just having a good time. Like I was slinging shit. I was just throwing stuff at the thing. But I'm going to do a shameless plug real quick because there's been a lot of question. Not for me, but if you guys knew who Sam is from T-Back, I've been talking to him a little bit, doing some work with him, and he started a new app called the Barrel Burner app, and it helps you track rounds on a barrel, different things like that. Now, a
hmm
lot of people will put it, in a spreadsheet or whatever you're doing, figure out how to track it. But just go check out the Barrel Burner app. Pretty neat deal with Sam. Good people, and it seems like it works really well. I'm going to start using it, and I'm going to be honest. I have no idea how many rounds are on most of my barrels, but if I see anything even hanky, I can change it. And that's one of the benefits of having a rifle company. But to your point, I really like your view on that because I don't know how many times people are like, yeah, I've got 2,400 rounds on this barrel. I'm like, holy shit, you're rolling the dice. I mean, you could be one round away from complete going from a 1/4 inch gun to a 6 inch gun. I mean, that's definitely rolling the dice. But to your point, though, you're doing that with every caliber. Like if you had 308 and 6.5 Creed, you're still doing 1,800 rounds.
So I don't shoot 308s. The 6.5s, I still like 2000. I'm done. It still can't. I still can't gamble it. I just can't. I've had 6.5 Creeds that have died early-ish, but I still it's just the same round count. And that's so. Let me caveat this. That's for 2-day national level matches. Like I have good solid barrels that I take for the 2-day matches, and then local stuff for 1 days. I will use something a little bit higher round count if I feel confident in it, because the 1-day matches, local stuff, I really don't like it. The kind of the consequence for taking a higher round count barrel is less. So really, that's only they're around 80 rounds per 1 day. So I feel comfortable using that a couple more times or for practice or something. But 2-day match barrels, those are 1,800 rounds, and I pull them.
Sorry, I'm trying to multitask and I suck at it. Um,
Like,
Before we get too far into this, we of course have to thank sponsors, and I try not to make it like this little 30-second stupid plug every time, right? I try to like talk about sponsors and appreciate them and stuff. So I noticed that MDT just kind of released an upgraded modularity to one of your chassis systems, where you can get the different forends, different butt stocks. It changes everything up a little bit. Do you want to tell us a little bit more about that system from MDT since you're in the know?
yeah, so I actually just got my setup too. So the LSS Gen 3, you can swap everything about it. It basically has a center section that you can change forends out. They've got some really cool options: short, long, competition, hunting, tactical style. I don't like that word, but um, carbon. They got some carbon variants and different stuff that you can bolt on, grips, buttstocks. It's pretty neat, man. Like I actually really want to do a shorty 300 blackout, with like an 8 or 10 inch barrel with a folding little simple folder, on a pick rail back. So I'm gonna build something pretty cool with that and put a red dot on it and shoot subs. But it's pretty neat. The one that I built is the competition forend, the folding back end, and the LSS Gen 3 center, and that's like a folding style, like team sniper match rifle that I'm going to run, and that'll be in 6.5 Creed with a can on it. So it'll be pretty neat, and it'll fold up, and it's actually reasonably light. Like with a triple pull and the can and everything, it was under 15 pounds, which is for that stuff is actually pretty damn good, and it balanced really well, shot really well. So I'm gonna plug along with that for a bit. You can use it for NRL hunter and stuff too, but I like the Premier Gen 2 for that NRL hunter stuff. A little easier to bounce out, and it's a little bit it's simpler. I don't have a full or anything on it, but I really like that one. So yeah,
They've got
it's an awesome setup though. It's definitely plug and play like man Legos if you're looking for that.
Yeah, there's so many variants to the MDT chassis. It's not even funny. But yeah, so I'm glad you pushed that. I finally got my look, they're even right here. I finally got my sound or my silencer central stuff. I got the speed, well, I gotta turn it, the speed K and the Banish 9K, and I'm trying those out and phenomenal. Like that little speed K is a fun little can. Did you get the
It's
Inconel?
impressive.
Did you get the full auto
Yep,
one? I'm gonna have to run
yep. I got ink now.
that gun right. Well, that's a full auto, and the other one's a full auto. Did you see my new SP10? I just finally got put together.
Sick.
So I
SP10s
somebody
are fun.
somebody's barrels on that one. You have one too. Does it shoot good? Oh, he's freezing again.
Their design. So
You're
big fan.
freezing. You're freezing again.
My internet's chugging along. I think it's the live thing sucking up all the bandwidth, man.
Probably. Probably. Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, I'm glad yours is doing good. I haven't shot that one very much yet, but I'm gonna go try it. That one just barely got put together because I was waiting on the different buffer system and the gas system, and I kind of upgraded a bunch of that stuff on it. So I'm excited about that. So you went to Arkansas, whatever you want.
I'm a huge advocate on every single large frame needs a JP pressure bolt.
I think that's what I bought. Did I buy that? I can't remember. We'll find out. Supposedly, I haven't shot it yet, but supposedly Nick says it shoots really well. So we'll try it and see what happens. So you just got back from Arkansas. What are you doing in Arkansas?
So I got invited to work with the schoolhouse guys over there, at the National Guard Marksmanship Training Center. So that's basically all of Camp Robinson, Arkansas, and the guard dudes over there that run the sniper schoolhouse, all the instructors and stuff, and then the guys that are running the precision rifle team and everything. So I got to work with those guys, and we did a train up for a couple days at Twisted Barrel, and then shot the Two Rivers PRS match.
It kicked you again.
Yeah, I am back though.
What does it do? Is it mine or yours?
Man, I don't know. Anyway, Arkansas. Um, Arkansas was cool, man. So I got invited to go over work with NGMTC guys and the sniper school instructors. Awesome group of dudes. There was about, I think, 9 of us total, and set them up to play the rifle game, man. Two-day PRS. We did the Two Rivers PRS match there in Arkansas. That was at a remote facility or property in Ponca, Arkansas, and then in Little Rock at Twisted Barrel was day 2. We need to talk about this for a bit. One, the guys at the Arkansas facility, National Guard facility, that sniper school is actually solid. I went to Benning active duty, but the school, I actually like the setup of their school. It's broken down into phases and stuff. Their instructors are exceptional. They bring a lot to the table as far as like outside experience and stuff, because they all have other jobs. They're all competing. They're all doing other stuff. You know, they're guard guys.